Do you know what day it is today? It's Father's Day! We got a lot of requests today to do a Father's Day video, so we decided to make it happen. And one of the first questions on this is, name one of the fond memories you hold of your dad. Jennifer, want to kick it off?
Alright, I'll start. Well, when I was growing up, my dad was paramedic, and so life in our house was a little bit different than the average American, because my dad worked overnight shifts and we didn't get to spend as much time with my dad as we would have liked. So me and my 3 older brothers, we all got a rotation schedule of daddy dates, where we'd all get to go one-on-one and go on some adventure, go out to dinner, go do something with my dad. So one year I was probably about 6 or 7, and my dad and I decided to go camping at Deception Pass. Just one night, by ourselves. And so we get up there and it's, it's raining, it's cold because it's Washington and it's Whidbey Island. It's always like that. But we're like, you know what, we're gonna just make the best of it. And so we went out on the dock and we went crabbing, and we caught a total of 1 red rock crab. 1. And if you know what red rock crabs are, they're not very big. So luckily, because we're barracks and we always come prepared, we had other food. But we made the best of it and we had a fun vacation, and I look back at it as a fond memory, time I spent with my dad.
Good story. One of the fond memories that I hold of my dad is the continual backgammon and chess games that he always let me win at, because I was a really sore loser, and emphasis on the what. When we were playing, he always would let me either win at backgammon or chess, and he would make sure to win just a little bit so the edge was still there. But I know your system, Dad. I know it. And what I loved about those moments and those times was all of the conversations that we had and the memories that we made there, because we could be talking about serious life questions like what happens after you die, or we could be talking about what brand of cereal you liked and why. And it could be the crushes that I had in 3rd grade back in the day. I love those times that I had with my dad, and I can't wait to do that with future kids. I don't know, can we say that?
Yeah. It's not a pregnancy disclaimer. It's just future kids. I promise.
No disclaimer.
Not happening.
Alright, next question. What are a few of the traits you have inherited from your father?
You want to go ahead and start this one?
You started the last one. Share the burden, I guess. Yes, one of the traits that I inherited from my dad is his ability to walk into a place, a party, a business meeting, and always bring some type of aura of joy and positive attitude to wherever he goes. And he's always been able to put a smile on someone's face, whether they're meeting for the first time or the second time, or old friends, or he always has the ability to put a smile on anybody's face. Another trait that I inherited is his communication ability and the ability to continue a conversation, whether you have a lot in common or not a lot in common. He's really good at continuing to have an enjoyable conversation, and I feel like I've picked up a few things here and there about keeping a conversation going, and I like that. It's nice. And then another trait that I have inherited from my good old dad is his communication skills when it comes to relaying information to the other person, or lack thereof of the relationship.
So not communicating as well.
I can never figure out how to get information from point A to point B.
It never happens.
It never happens, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to do that. It's like Pandora's box. It's in there, but the second you open it, that was a really bad metaphor. I don't know where I was going with that. Next.
My first trait that I got from my dad is the love of music. And I really not only inherited it from my dad, but I really grew up with him bringing me into the world of music. When I was little, started at the computer. This was a it progressed. So I started at the computer and my dad would be, hey Jennifer, come over here and listen to this song, and I'd sit on his lap and he'd play me all his old favorite music. And then over the years, then it'd be YouTube, and then it would be YouTube on the TV. And then, you know, I'd walk out of my room to find him sitting on the couch just watching YouTube videos of Styx or Kansas or whatever he felt like listening to. Be like, hey, you have to come watch this with me. And I'd come and watch it with him and we'd talk about it. And it was really fun. Another trait I picked up was actually the love of medicine. This has kind of come more recently in the years. It wasn't so much when I was younger, because my mom wanted me to be a nurse and I wanted to be a soccer player, so that didn't really work out. But I wanted to study chemistry, and my dad's a paramedic, and you know, my last few years living at home, we could sit around for hours just talking about medicine and how just all about it. And my mom loved it, but yeah, my dad and I could just talk for hours about it, and it was amazing. Speaking of that, the not so great trait I picked up from my dad is our social skills, when we don't have something necessarily to say, is a little bit lacking. If we do have something to talk about, like medicine or music or whatever we love, you know, we can talk forever. But if we have nowhere to start,
it ends right there.
It ends after, how are you? Good. Cool.
Next question. Last question, actually. What is one of the things you really just admire about your dad? I started the last one.
Okay. One thing I really admire about my dad is his ability to do whatever he does, he really does it to the fullest. He never gives up on whatever he's doing. And it's just amazing to me, and he's like the master of all trades, because whatever he does, he masters it, and he never gives up. You know, whether it's medicine and paramedics, or now, you know, computer and programming software, or his car and fixing the brakes and changing the oil, like whatever it is, he will study it, he will pursue it, and he will not give up until it's done. And I love that. I admire that so much.
One of the aspects of my dad that I really admire is his continual hand and advice that he continues to give in my life. And he always has real world advice and situations that we talk through. And I mean, part of it is I definitely wouldn't have the job that I have today if I didn't have my dad's advice and counseling and interview prep that we always do. And he's always been there, and he's always guided me, but at the same time let me make my own choices. And that's something that I've always liked and loved about my dad, because he's always there, distant by about 1,000 miles, but always there. So, to commemorate this joyous day known as Father's Day, cheers to our dads. But minors can't drink on cameras, so that's unfortunate. Toodaloo.
What?
Good Lord.